This is the Rebel Scum Podcast. Available in video on YouTube and audio wherever you listen to your podcasts. Every week, Brock and James talk the latest rumors, news, and theories from a galaxy far, far away. Support us on Patreon for exclusive offers and join the Star Wars discussion. Patreon.com/RebelScumPodcast. Here are your hosts, Brock and James.
You are always scum. Rebel scum.
Hey, scum! It's Brock. Here to talk about Star Wars. Bang, bang, bang! Boom, 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 boom. Hey, I got some news for you. That's how my wife thinks we started the show.
Are you serious? Does she say
yes.
that to you? Every time you come to record, does she say that to you?
Yeah. Hey, scum! I hope she can hear me through the walls. Hey, scums! Bang, 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 boom, 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 boom. Let's talk about Star Wars. She doesn't talk like that.
Why isn't she commenting right now? This is disappointing. She should be in the live chat.
I mean, let me keep that way.
Let's see what we got here. Rebel Scum Podcast, 247 episodes, Brock. 247. Wow. And they've only asked us to leave YouTube twice.
Pretty good. It's pretty.
It's very good. You keeping up with Star Wars as of late? I know the world is opening up, but are you like all in on your Star Wars knowledge still? Are you like, do we have news this week? Is a question. And secondly, like, is it good news?
And I'm like, oh, it's a Beaverton article.
My internet cut out. I don't know what you just said, but it's a great story.
The cool notes is I got tricked by like an Onion article. The Onion.
Oh, jeez. I actually got tricked. I had to tweet about it today. So I was looking at stuff to talk about. And it just like, what's up with Star Wars? So earlier today, I was like, ooh, I wonder if anything dropped. And I found something, and I was like, hi, Heidi. And I was like, oh, what's this? And I clicked on it. And it was one, every time I see an article, I'm very skeptical, like when it says certain things. But this one, I was like 50-50. No, I was like 75, this is bogus. But there was just like 25% I'm like, maybe. So I clicked on it, and they're like, Star Wars source, Mike Zero says. And I was like, you son of a gun, you got me. And so I had to scoot out of there. But God bless Mike Zero and his endless array of videos and thumbnails and all that fun stuff. It just, it's fantastic to see. Just love the Mike Zero. I love that he is a Star Wars source now. Like, you go to Mike Zero's for source. The source. I'm calling this video Mike Zero. Heidi. I can't hear anything you're saying, Brock.
Hey. Hello, and welcome to the Brock Show.
I can hear you.
Brock all the time.
It's just Brock. Okay, let's go right into this Rogue Squadron stuff. You keep up with the Rogue Squadron, Brock?
Yeah. I can't wait to watch this on YouTube later and see what actually made it to YouTube. I'm psyched.
I think, yeah, that's curious because I haven't heard you for the last 2 minutes. I think it was a long time. But so it's going around that Patty Jenkins contacted the creator of the game, right? She contacted him, and it's all good, and they're like best friends, and they go out and they get lemonade and sundaes and all that fun stuff. But the creator of the game was actually a guest on Around the Galaxy this week, so let's listen to what he has to say about his friendship and Patty Jenkins coming over to him and discussing. Can you hear it?
I see it.
This is just a failure on every level today.
Are you sharing audio as well?
Is Andrew produce? How do you? I should be. I've done this before and I shared audio. Now I can't.
Is it playing? Did you pause it?
I paused it. I don't have an option. It should be playing audio. Where's the audio? It's not muted, as you can see here. Mute. Audio is all the way up.
Yeah. Well, it's fine. He shouldn't call me. Pete, look at my water. It's good. Yum, yum. For some reason, I think Michael Stackpole sounds like Bill Cosby.
Basically, he's saying that no, they've never talked. Is basically what he's saying. Let's see if I can
play it again. I want to see the graphics that Pete has on his show. I've never watched his show. I don't watch Star Wars podcasts.
Well, he's using StreamYard. And where is it? And I lost where we were.
Oh, I'm
trying to figure this out. Anyway, I lost it, bro. I lost it.
Did you have a ticker?
He has a ticker. I'll send it to you later, Brock.
Nice.
I'll send it to you later.
There was no call. So you got catfished by Star Wars this week, is what you're saying.
Yeah, I got catfished huge by Star Wars. Star Wars destroyed me. But yeah, Andrew's fine. Anyway, so they haven't been talking. He was like, no, she knows how to make a movie. She doesn't need to talk to me. But I think she's played the game and she is into the books and all that stuff. And I'm just, the thing that blows my mind about this whole thing is that Rogue Squadron still seems to be happening. That's my takeaway. I'm like, what? Is it a real movie?
It's a real movie, man. I want to see that movie. That sounds awesome. I don't know. I hope it happens, but yeah, that's a bummer that you got tricked. So much that you even put the picture of Patty. You wrote Party Jenkins on the thing.
Wait, I got tricked by what?
That it was real, and then you put the picture of Patty Jenkins in our little thing. You know.
Well, we're still talking about it.
My wife got confused and thought Patty Jenkins was going to be on the show.
She's not. It would be great. Patty Jenkins, call us. We could clearly use your help with all the technical difficulties that we are having. But Rogue Squadron seems to be this thing that's actually happened. You played the games, though. You like the games, right?
Does it look like I froze?
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I played it. The one for it's been around forever, I think. And then there's comics, but the one for Nintendo 64 is I remember playing that and be like, wow. But I bet if I played it now, I'd be like, no, Squadrons is better, or just any of the Star Wars games are better now. But I remember that coming out and being like, yeah, wow. It felt like you were actually flying something for the first time ever. Great.
And N64 games are hard to go back to. They were great when it was the thing, but now they're kind of brutal to look at. They haven't held up very well. It's like playing Mario Kart on my mini SNES. I'm just I'll stick with You know, Mario Kart, any Mario Kart before the Wii, it's just like it's unbearable. You just can't do it anymore. They don't hold up. And for the time, like the N64, like Golden, like I know everyone loves GoldenEye, but that game was like that game gives me a headache in 2000 and whatever. Like where we are now, it's like no. Graphics have evolved so much from there. Whereas like I find like the thing that worked with like the NES and SNES in like the 80s and early 90s is when it's just 2D. It's a lot easier on the eyes to figure out and play. But once you get into like the 3D where they haven't figured it out completely, going back to it is struggle. I've played PS2. I haven't played the original Xbox, but PS2 holds up quite well, like for the most part. Like I mean, it doesn't look nearly as good, but you can actually like walk around and you know what you're doing. Whereas the N64 stuff is, I haven't the only game I wanted to play. I have a PlayStation 1 I just got, and I got it back from my parents' place. But the only game I wanted to play was Spider-Man, narrated by Stan Lee. It's like my favorite game, and the disc was so old, the disc dissolved, and it's clear now. It's a clear disc, and so I can't play it, and I can't find it used anywhere. And I'm not paying like $900 for that stupid game. And it was the best game, man. It had like all the characters, so good. But yeah, it's clear, and you can kind of see it says Spider-Man on it. And I was so distraught.
That's amazing.
By that. Yeah, it's probably worth more. I have what we're totally off the rails here, but I have this Michael Jordan hologram card from 1991 Upper Deck, mint condition. I Googled it to see how much it's worth. Take a guess. One person was selling it for $300. The rest were all like $5.
Yeah.
I was like, oh man! I thought I had something. There's mint condition hologram. There's like one of those in like every 5 packs. It's like rare, but no one cares.
Value's in the eye of the beholder, so it's just like I find people who collect and sell and stuff like that. I find it interesting, and I like listening to them talk about what they've done. But it's like the work it would have to go into selling stuff. It's like I'll do Facebook Marketplace and that's it. Like it's just like, and that's just basically a garage sale when you think about it. So it's it's crazy what you can do if you know what you're doing. Like man, you can make a lot of money on collectibles. You strike when the iron is hot.
Gotta strike when it's hot, otherwise it's pointless. It's either like you gotta strike when it's hot, or you've got to play the long game. You gotta wait. You gotta wait it out for a long time. But it just takes that one sucker to pay all that money for Tom Brady's last touchdown pass football.
And then Tom Brady comes back anyways.
I feel like he waited for that ball to sell, and then he's like, "Hey, it's good time." And then he's like, "I'll buy you a Bitcoin or something." He's gonna buy the guy a Bitcoin.
A full Bitcoin or like
it's like, but it's still only worth like 50,000 Canadian, which is like he paid like triple that for the ball, and you're Tom Brady, ladies and gentlemen. In the late 90s, N64, Mario and Star Fox were the only men in my life. Oh my God, Heidi! Just
fantastic.
It is. But look, I'm actually, you know what? I don't want to get overly excited for Rogue Squadron, but I think it could be fun. The only thing is, and we say this all the time, Brock, is what is going to be so different about that than the stuff we're watching on Disney Plus? Like, what is going to compel me to drive to you to watch this movie in the theater when I could just watch Mandalorian season 200 by that time?
That's a question. I don't know. Yeah. No, I don't. We're in.
Good point. Good point. Good point.
Can you hear me?
Nope.
Nope. Oh, what's going on?
Well, that might have been my internet. Oh, shit. No one can hear you, Brock.
All right,
It's just me.
perfect.
Okay, I thought it was my internet, so I was just waiting for you to like come in. So I'm gonna remove you. Give me a thumbs up when you're ready, and I'm gonna take this show on my own. It's the James Show, and we're gonna talk about whatever we want to talk about. Here's the thing with Rogue Squadron. I don't know if it's gonna be anything. I really don't. But the reason why I am looking forward to it is because it is Star Wars, and only because it's Star Wars. I I'm not. I didn't. I played the game. I had the game on N64. I only had an N64 for a short period of time, and then I actually returned my N64 and got a PlayStation after I beat all the games that I had. I only had it for like a few months. Then I returned it and got it all. But Rogue Squadron was one of them because I love Star Wars. I wasn't very good at it. That was a game I don't think I beat. I don't think I've ever beaten. Oh, Fallen Order. I did beat Fallen Order. That might be the only. Well, Battlefront 2. Okay, never mind. It's hard for me to say all this, but I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I think Patty Jenkins is. I think Wonder Woman 2, if anything, taught everybody a lot of lessons. And I think after the success of Wonder Woman 1, she kind of had free reign to do what she wanted with Part 2, and it was it was all her. It was her say, her say, her say, and as a result, we got what we got, which I actually quite enjoy what we got. Most people don't, especially the director of the showrunner of Moon Knight. I like it though, but not a lot of people did. But I think what's going to happen here, though, Brock, is like Patty Jenkins is going to have, when she did Wonder Woman 1, she had like Zack Snyder with her, which kind of like reeled her in. I think they kind of worked well together. I mean, I don't really know the dynamic, but maybe it wasn't Zack Snyder. It was somebody there though. There was somebody there with her, and the second one she never. Even Guardians of the Galaxy, I know people love the second one. The second one for me, I think it was the music that was lacking compared to some other stuff. But like that was more James Gunn, whereas the first one there was other people involved. I think with Rogue Squadron, you're gonna have Patty Jenkins, but she's not. She's gonna be on a leash, right? And you're gonna have people around her being like, well, no, and then kind of guiding and helping out when needed. It'll be her story and everything, but they're gonna guide and help the way it should be. Where she won't have carte blanche to do whatever she wants over there, and that gets me a little bit more optimistic than just the prospect of it being a Patty Jenkins solo act, because film is such a collaborative effort.
Yeah, absolutely. Can you hear me now?
No, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I pretty much agree exactly with what you said. It's just like, sure, let's make it. I don't know. It's like, I don't understand why we're so reluctant on movies. It's like they're gonna make it at some point. I just don't.
I don't know about that. That's why we're reluctant.
It doesn't make sense. Like the thing makes like billions of dollars. Like, why would you stop all of a sudden?
Well, I mean, yes, you could argue that, but then if you look at the track record, we haven't got anything. In fact, Obi-Wan went from a movie into a series. Like they seem to be balking on the movie stuff. I don't understand that. Like the Rise of Skywalker and The Last Jedi, for all the people that hate those movies, they both went over $1 billion.
Yeah.
I don't know why you're afraid to like they could do a low budget Star Wars and it would still make $1 billion because it's Star Wars and we're all going to go see it. So I don't understand. I mean, you could argue Solo, but I still think Solo they screwed up. They came out way too soon after Last Jedi, and it came out in the summer when we were all used to going to the theater in December to watch Star Wars. I think that was the blunder there.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's just like this is like the perfect time to be putting out movies because people are like, yeah, let's go to the movies. We couldn't do that for like 2 years, or at least in Ontario, Canada, we couldn't do that for 2 years.
Well, look, like if Morbius makes money, then they should just literally get an iPhone out and shoot just grab Daisy Ridley, give her like a toy lightsaber from Walmart. Bring on like the back lot of Lucasfilm, shoot it, clean up the audio at Skywalker Sound, and put it, and we'll all go, and they'll make $1 billion because we are desperate for movies, like you said.
Yeah, so I don't know. I don't know what it is like exactly. Would it be too much to ask Favreau to make a movie? Like I don't know, like because I get it, because Favreau and Filoni seem to be working well. on these TV shows, like being like the main guys on these TV shows. They aren't hugely involved with Obi-Wan, are they? Like, I'm sure there's consultation.
I think Filoni did the rewrite on them, but no, I think they're a little bit hands off. But yeah, that's the thing I like though, is they need someone there that has the understanding of it all. And I know, I'm not going to name names because I'm not in there, but I know they have producers all in place, but you need someone that just understands the property. Like, I don't care about you're great with numbers, you're great with this and that. Yeah. You have to understand, because George Lucas, he understood the property, whether you like the prequels or not. The prequels are a great story, but like, he understood the property. You need someone there that just understands the property. And when Brock, if you're like, oh, I have this idea, you present it, they're like, yeah, okay, but this and that need to, which is technically what the story group was. But the problem, I think, with the story group was they were beneath the storytellers. So the storytellers didn't need to do what the story, like, other than little details. I don't think it really mattered to them. Like, it seems like when Claudia Gray wrote a book and she'd be like, I wanted this ship there, she'd be like, well, the story group said I couldn't because that ship is somewhere else. And it's like, is that really, like, there should be more to that position than just the ship shouldn't be in that part of the galaxy.
Yeah. Can you see my knee? Yeah, I got my pajama pants up to my knees. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, it's just, what is there to say about this besides hearsay? Do I want a movie? Absolutely. Yeah. They announced that too early.
They did. You know what they should have done? They should have shot the damn thing. And then the announcement should have been a teaser trailer. Be like, guess what? We were working on. That's what I want. That's what I want from Star Wars going forward. I don't want any got something planned. No. I want to see it. Just throw it in my face, shove it in my face. That's what I want.
Yeah, I mean, Heidi makes a good point. Bryce Dallas Howard knows Star Wars better than her father. Boom. But yeah, I mean, that's a good example of someone that could direct something. Like, I don't know, has Bryce Dallas Howard directed a movie yet?
Yeah,
well, she's doing for the shows.
She's done documentaries.
Okay, so she's ready.
Before we started, Aaron was watching This Is Us, and Mandy Moore directed that episode that she was watching.
Oh, there you go. Nice.
No, but Bryce Dallas Howard is a good. Like, I think what they're doing with the Mandalorian and Book of Boba Fett, I think this is where Star Wars is reborn, in that this is your crop. Like, all those directors that they have in there, that is their crop of new directors to go forward and move on.
It's smart. It's smart. Yeah. It's like minor leagues now. Bring them up to the big leagugues. Put me
exactly. You get in there and you understand the Star Wars story and lore and structure. Not obsessively. Like, you don't have to know the ins and outs, but you understand that, and then you understand the process of making it and the technology behind making it. Yeah. And I think that's the best way to do it. I'm not saying that somebody can come in and do it or whatever, but even like Taika Waititi started there. I just think that's a brilliant way. And then you keep it, because the one thing that's obviously going to get lost with Star Wars is Star Wars was a George Lucas thing for 40 or for 30 whatever years until he sold it to Disney. Then it became a studio thing. And the minute it became a studio thing, that's when, it's like studio, It's like, no. It should be like a vision. And I think this is like a happy compromise of that, where it's still a studio thing, but now you have, like you said, your farm system here that kind of allows you to expand. And then just imagine all of a sudden you just have a crop of all these talented filmmakers that can now be like, you know what, I have an idea for a Star Wars movie. What is it? Okay. And then you bring it up to the big boys and you pitch it, and they're like, okay, let's do it.
Yeah, because when you make a Star Wars movie, you're working for Disney, who like has all the monies, like makes money hand over fist on most of their projects. It's like that's the one benefit of working for a massive production studio. Like, if you've proven yourself and you're like, hey, I have this idea, and you could work it like this, you have it ready to go, they'd be like, yep, do it. It's the only way. And maybe we'll get a lot of crap, but maybe that's where you get your opportunity to build. Like, isn't that in the entirety of the film industry? That's like, I have this idea, I can put it together, I just need your money. And people say yes, like,
yeah,
and then they hope for the best.
Yeah, I don't know. That feels like a safe, foolproof plan to me. Like farm system, crop. We'll give you money to make it.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll give you money to make your first feature, kid. Get over here.
Exactly.
Get a lightsaber, and you gotta work. But I just think when you do that though, like now, like Bryce Dallas Howard, like her first episode of The Mandalorian was the weakest one that season. Like let's not forget that. And then now she's directed the best episode of the Book of Boba Fett. It's like, yeah, that's what happens. You get better, and she has a really good understanding of the whole process. So someone like that would be perfect to move into if they wanted like the film role. And I don't know. To me, this is what they should be. It should be like Lucasfilm is Lucasfilm, but Star Wars should be its own film studio as well. I mean, that's what it's treated as basically. And I think I don't know. To me, that just seems like a no-brainer. But what do I know? I have bad internet. I can't even get a clip to play on Twitter.
Yeah. I'm optimistic that we will see a Star Wars movie one day, hopefully. Yeah. So I don't know. I don't get. Sorry to Patty Jenkins. I don't get excited that she's directing anything. So it's like, cool. I don't know.
Yeah, we're gonna find out. Like we're gonna get a movie eventually. Patience, young Skywalker. Patience is all I can say. All right, do you want to go to the odds?
Let's go to the odds.
Of successfully navigating an asteroid field is approximately 3,720 to 1.
Never tell me the odds.
Never tell me the odds. Never. I will never. Never tell me the odds. Brought to you and me. And I guess James from the wonderful people at patreon.com/Rebel Scum Podcast. I'm super good at this. If you like what we do, why don't you come and support us? So you can go to patreon.com and contribute as much as you think is necessary. And we will love you for it, just like we love the following people. Heidi Feder, Barry Brophy, Dennis Allen, Randy Kenobi, Mary Kristen Aton, Jeff Wilson, Phil Staniforth, Scott D, Josh Price, Matt W,
Rez, Frank Perkins, Neil Lowry, Cosmic Girl 02, Gleek Play 1, Disney Desi, Charlotte, Kayla Davis, Girls with Sabers, and the Dan Nerds. I make it into a song. Can anybody understand a word I just said? I should say it slower next time.
I understood what you said.
Okay. Well, but you know me. Our top 5 today is top 5 Chewy moments. Mine are terrible, Brock. Terrible. Never tell me that's our first line is from executive producer Heidi. We will find out who saved Grogu in Obi-Wan Kenobi. Will we find out who saved Grogu in the Obi-Wan Kenobi series streaming May 25th?
On May 25th. Yes, it's Obi-Wan, and he'll find him and be like, hello there. I'm gonna say 45%, because I feel like if Filoni and Favreau aren't involved in Obi-Wan to a large scale, I don't think we'll see Grogu. I would love it. Don't get me wrong, Heidi.
I like Heidi's idea that he was rescued by like the Sith and trained to be an Inquisitor. Yeah. But I'm gonna go 12%. I don't think we're gonna see him in Obi-Wan. I think he sticks with Favreau. He sticks with Favreau's stuff. You don't let him. You don't bring Grogu along unless Favreau is.
Yeah.
Our next odd, Vader will remove his helmet and reveal himself to Obi-Wan Kenobi.
I'm starting to warm up to this idea because it's like, yeah, like I feel like Obi-Wan's always like the deceptive, like it's like I just from a certain point of view, like I'm gonna say 80% because like yeah, maybe it'll work out that we'll understand why.
Yeah, I'm gonna go 71%. I think that'll be a shock because he doesn't know Vader was Anakin. Right? So there's gonna be a moment where he has to find out, which they did in the comics. I think the Legends comics they did it where he hears a story or something like that. I think it could be a very powerful moment, and that could even be why Vader kicks the crap out of him. Reportedly, in that first fight, Vader kicks the crap out of him. It could be because he doesn't want to take down his friend. That could be part of it, is that he doesn't feel like he wants to, or Vader's just way better than him. Whatever. And our final odd, never tell the odds. Our final odd, Christopher Lloyd is playing Peli Motto's father.
100%. 100%.
How is that not perfect?
Yep. It's like what are the odds that Peli Motto will be in at least one episode of The Mandalorian? Very high.
Very high. Anakin, sorry to ruin Star Wars. I know it's a recent reveal. Right. I'm going to go 65% on this one because I think it makes complete sense, and that's why they won't do it. And he's going to be like Din Djarin's father-in-law or something. But those are our odds. Let us know what your odds are in the comments below. Brock, you got news?
I got news.
Okay. Enjoy. All the news. All the news. Okay, I'm like stop.
What's up, Scum? Here's the news. Holo news, the news you need to know right now. Disney announced that Cal Kestis lightsaber, that of Fallen Order fame, will be available to purchase at the Star Wars theme park lands, Galaxy's Edge, on March 25th. That is soon. That is this week. You'll find the replica hilt at the Doc Ondor's Den of Antiquities shop. This is not a huge surprise because the fan poll back in 2020 voted in that Cal Kestis saber would be part of the park's many lightsabers you can buy. Cameron Monaghan, the actor who portrayed Cal in the game, got to go to Galaxy's Edge to get an early look at the saber. And there is no price for this yet, but since most lightsabers are $100 US dollars, $100 US dollars, we're assuming that's how much it will be as well. Recently, Weird Al Yankovic revealed that he had written and recorded music for an episode of the Star Wars Detours series that we all know about that did not end up happening, though he and creators of the show learned shortly after that the series was being shelved indefinitely. He says, we were working on a Star Wars musical that was a third season show. We were writing songs, and all of a sudden it was like, this is not going to happen. He confirmed this while on the George Lucas talk show. When asked for more details about the music, the musician confessed, I don't know what I'm allowed to talk about. There was at least a half a dozen or more songs that's part of the musical and the various characters in the show. We actually recorded them singing their songs, and that was about a week before we found out that the show was not happening. So the never-ending saga of how we will never get this show. And in local Ontario news, Blue Jays are back, baby, and they will be having a Star Wars night this year, May 25th. May the 4th is officially Star Wars night in the park. I forget who they are playing, but they will be giving away a Chewbacca-style messenger bag, not too much unlike what he wears in all the movies. So if you're a huge Blue Jays fan or you just need more Star Wars merch, I would head on down to the Ticketmaster and order your tickets now. And this has been your Holo News.
Uh-huh. Well, that didn't do it. Top five.
Top five.
I was gonna say like March. Yeah, Friday is when you can get your Cal Kestis lightsaber.
Boom.
And in May, that's exciting for the Blue Jays. And also in May at Star Wars Celebration, we're gonna get our first glimpse, Brock, of Fallen Order Part 2.
Boom! Can't wait.
Bringing you the Heat Top 5 Chewbacca moments. This is for you. Yeah. My number 5 is in Revenge of the Sith when he's just there.
What? He's just there in Revenge of the Sith?
When he just stands there and Yoda's like, Chewbacca? Like, oh, yeah, that's my boy.
My number 5, then I'll switch it to work with that same episode. I like when Tarzan swings onto the separatist tank or whatever it is that's coming through the water. I'm like, and he goes, oh. Yeah.
I just love that they put Chewie in that movie. He's like,
Yeah.
people didn't want Chewbacca here, and now people complain because Ahsoka shows up in Boba Fett. Like, shut up. George Lucas did way worse. He was like, "Wow, yeah, it's Jango Fett." My number 4 is the holiday special with his family. Got to see more Chewbacca. I like the Aka clan.
My number 4 is when he gets tricked by the trap on Endor in Return of the Jedi, and they're like, "No, don't touch it!" And they get swooped up in the net. Your gigantic space dog is up to no good.
I got a couple Force Awakens ones coming. Number 3 is "You Must Be So Brave."
Yeah, that's my number 3 too. You must be so brave.
I love that. My number 2 is when he carries 3PO around Cloud City.
Yeah.
I love that. I've always loved that. I don't care.
My number 2 is going to be from A New Hope, when we meet him for the first time in the Mos Eisley Cantina, and it's just like he's just there. And we're like, oh, he's a gigantic fur thing, like, and that's who we meet first, and then Han Solo. So it's beautiful.
My number 1 is "Oh, You're Cold." From the
Oh, you're cold?
Yeah. Oh, you're cold?
Oh, you're cold? Well, I guess that. Oh, shoot. I had that wrong. That's number 1 is mine. Is that too? I was just like the part where he's like, "That's not how the Force works," but that's Solo talking to same scene. So it's like, "Oh, you're cold?"
That's a really fun scene, actually.
Yeah.
Even though the sequels suck.
Yeah. Boo.
I can't believe they let Lucas make those.
I can't believe it.
I can't believe it's not butter.
Believe it.
Like,
get out of here.
Do you want to do What's Up with Star Wars quickly? What's up with Star Wars?
What's up, Star Wars? There was like a big reveal that like the concept artist for Rise of Skywalker released a whole bunch of stuff that relates to Kylo, and I was just like, yeah, there it is. It's like, go check it out. Just type in Kylo Ren right now. You'll see it. It's hard to like, here's a picture. Here's another picture. Here's another picture.
Weird Al, Lego. Nothing's dropping. This is a weird time. Like Star Wars was, Book of Boba Fett, Obi-Wan stuff, and now it's just like nothing.
Lego.
As I choke. Yeah, Lego's coming hot. People are excited for that Lego game. Like they're like all in. Are you gonna get the Lego game?
I kind of want to. Like, we should get it and then play it on the show. Like, I haven't played one of those games in forever. I just don't want to pay $90 for a game. But yeah,
all of them.
Yeah, I know. It'd be fun. Like those, and like the beauty of those games is they're not super hard. Like, I'm sure it takes time to complete it. Not so much the storyline, but all the little extras in the game. But like, yeah. Can we put it on the Rebel Scum credit card?
Yeah, why not?
Nice.
Hold on. Here's an article on comic book. Star Wars confirms redesign for iconic dark side villain, the Grand Inquisitor.
Oh yeah, I didn't read that one.
Is that is this old? Published 2 days ago, in June. Might look a little different than Rebels fans remember. Did you mind the redesign of his face? Did we talk about this?
I feel
like people got obsessed with it.
I got annoyed actually this week because I saw the one that's the fan redo, and I was like, that looks good. Why is everyone complaining about it? I'm like, oh right, this is the fan one. This is not the actual. I don't care. Like I can understand why people are mad because technically he's a Tacadonian, right? What's because the ones that his race is in
Utapau, yeah.
Utapau, sorry, Utapau.
I don't know how to say it. Yeah, I guess. Like, was that confirmed though, or we just?
I don't know. I have no idea. So it's like,
because everyone's like, you could do it. We've seen it in live action. I'm like, first of all, that's not like no.
Yeah.
And they went with an actor instead, and I I think his eyes could have been yellow and red, like that. They could have kept that a little bit, but at the same time, move out of your mom's basement.
I never like this because it's like this is like Sonic. It's like that doesn't look like Sonic. Sonic doesn't have teeth like that, so it's just like it's like
this is the problem. Was they got it right with Sonic now, but now you open those floodgates. They did it with Ninja Turtles. They did it with them first Michael Bay Ninja Turtles, where they're like, Shredder can't be white.
Yeah.
And then they redid the whole story, and you're like, oh, no, wait, actually, it was probably better. It was probably a better story the other way. Because now you just shoehorned in Shredder. He's like, but if the guy was supposed to be Shredder was Shredder, then that probably would have been a better plot. But now you shoehorn him in there and just cut away to a guy in a weirdly lit room, like a closet. You're like, oh, Shredder, you're in a closet. So sometimes like that was wrong. I think the Sonic thing they totally got right, and I feel like Jim Carrey was like the one who's like, you change that now, because if you hear him in those interviews. But that's the danger though, right? As you listen to fans, you shouldn't listen to fans because I mean, we could log on Twitter right now, and I could probably give you 1,000 reasons why you should never listen to fans. Sonic, they got right though. Sonic, that movie, like that was a. If you look now though at the two Sonic designs, what the hell were they thinking?
But like, it's just like I don't think they reshot anything. They just changed the Sonic animation.
They changed the release. They changed the release date just so they could fix the animation and make it look better.
Yeah, and they put the animation studio out of business because they had to redo a whole movie for free, basically.
Do you know what actually I heard happen was the same company did Ninja Turtles, the Michael Bay Ninja Turtles, oddly enough, and they made them look more like turtles. And people complained about those looks too, but the movie made a ton of money. And so when they made Sonic, they said, oh, you know what, though? People want this. They want it to look more realistic, and they should have fur and blah, 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 blah. But because Ninja Turtles made money, that's how they based it on. And I honestly think, Brock, that I don't know why we're talking about this, but I think that there was actually a lot of people who were against that design and wanted the more classic Sonic design. So I think the fan outcry was just the one thing that actually let the people who were pushing it to begin with, like I think Jim Carrey and maybe even the director, have that extra say of like, see, we were right. And then they were like, and then the studio had to crack down and be like, no, we have to give the fans what they want.
It almost makes me wonder if they reshot the final scene with Jim Carrey in that movie where he like ends up on the mushroom world or whatever, and he looks like Dr. Robotnik, like for the first time, like. Which I loved Sonic. It's a great movie, so it's like, I guess it's a good movie. But it's just like, if you're just changing the cinematic or the CG graphic character, it's like, is the movie but you like the movie? Does that mean then the plot of the story is good? Like, so what does it matter? I get it though. It's just like original X-Men. It's like we put them in leather, not the yellow and blue. It's like.
I think I think like if Grogu looked ugly. Do you know what? Like it would take you out. You wouldn't be. That's what it is. I think Sonic needed to look like the one thing. I always bring this up, but South Park, the creators of South Park, always say you give them big eyes.
Yeah,
and people love them, and they're cute. And they gave Sonic tiny little eyes in the original design. It's like you're missing the point. You got to give them big eyes.
Yeah,
and you look at all animated characters, every Disney character. Think of one, Bugs Bunny, for any Looney Tunes character. They all have big eyes, except for Jughead. He's got slits. Everything's Archie. Hi, Vermont. We're wrapping up.
Yeah, so I don't know. Yeah, Sonic, it's hard to make that. You know what? Whatever. So going back to Star Wars, like I think it's good. Like I don't think the fifth brother, second brother, or whatever, whichever one appears in that trailer, I don't think he looks exactly like the one in Rebels. But whatever, I still get psyched to see both those characters. Like, oh, I say it always. I would have liked to know. I would have preferred to not know that any of the Inquisitors were going to be in this and then being surprised. Like, I think that's where you fail. If you're like, the Inquisitors, you don't tell anyone the Inquisitors and then you reveal in that trailer there, like, people would just ignore what it like. I think there's always someone that's going to say, oh, I don't like that. but because we were already aware of that thing, it takes away. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm old. I don't know. I'm excited for Obi-Wan, so suck it. There you go.
There you go. Heidi's saying, what if they're not the same Grand Inquisitor? Could there be two Grand Inquisitors? Could that just be like the Grand Inquis?
like the Wizard of Oz and the Wiz.
Vermont Mike's asking a question, Brock. Did you check the board?
She's fired! We did it right that time.
You're out of here. Kathleen Kennedy, don't let the door hit you on the way out. You are fired.
You're fired.
I just pictured like Reham on the other end of that, like doing laundry or something. Like,
yeah, she's outside the door.
She's washing the dog.
Yeah.
she's listening with a glass at the door. Just like all right, let's wrap it up.
All right.
We wrap it up on that note. Thank you everybody for watching and listening. Hope you gave us a like and a subscribe. It was a short one this week, but my internet didn't work for the first half. Brock's mic didn't work for the second half, and then the audio on the Twitter was just like, screw you guys. You don't need to hear what we say. I'll cut that out of the audio for everybody listening on the podcast apps. You can listen to us wherever you listen to your podcast too. That's Apple Podcast, Spotify Podcast, Amazon Podcast is another one. What are the podcasts?
iHeartRadio,
Stitcher, iHeartRadio, TuneIn. I think we're everywhere.
Anchor?
Are we still allowed to say Spotify, or is everybody still mad at Joe Rogan? I don't know what's going on.
Why? What happened on Spotify?
That? Nah. Well, there was like banned Spotify because of Joe Rogan. I don't know if we're allowed to like Spotify anymore. But we're on that.
The guy from News Radio doesn't control what I do. Okay, thanks. I'll be on Spotify. Thanks.
We're on. What else are we on? I don't think we're on YouTube Music because I don't know if that's a thing, but we're on YouTube right now.
Yeah.
I don't know what other. We're on a bunch though. Podbean, I think. I don't know. Yeah. Is that even a thing? Did I make that one up?
Right.
SoundCloud,
yeah.
If I just keep saying names, like whatever you want. All right. That'll wrap it up. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. You have a great night, a great evening, and Brock, you were always scum.
Rebel scum.
Scumbags, thanks for watching. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up on our video. As always, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, Rebel Scum Podcast, for all the latest videos.